guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright you guys, so Crown Jewel is this weekend. It is Saturday morning for me, which I don't know if I'll be up or not for it. We'll see how I feel on Saturday morning, to be honest with you guys. But regardless, I'll catch a recap if I'm not up for it, but I want to give you my full Crown Jewel predictions, who I think is going to win, and all the drama that I think is going to happen. So let's get into it. Alright, so Monday Night Raw added a match of Roman and Bronson Reed, and I feel like Roman has to take this victory here. Like, I feel like because he got tsunamied and taken out on a stretcher last time at WrestlePalooza, Roman has to take this victory. I just feel like it serves no purpose for Roman to lose here. And also, if Bronson Reed loses, I feel like that adds even more stress to the vision because the vision is cracking. The vision is very blurry right now. They are not been on the same page. They've kind of been off. And so I feel like if Bronson Reed takes this L, that's going to hurt the vision even more. And which is kind of what I want. I want some drama happening there. I feel like that them beating everybody down and standing over them have been a little boring, so I need some drama there. So I'm going to give this win to Roman Reigns. Then we have Rhea and Io versus Asuka and Kairi. And I've gone back and forth on this one because I feel like the Io Rhea team has such chemistry that they are going to create amazing magic together. But I also feel like Asuka and Kairi just turned heel, so I don't know if it would make sense for them to lose. However, in the recent weeks, ever since they have turned heel, they've been the ones standing tall week after week after week. And if we know anything from history, it is that when one person stands tall, usually the other person wins. So I'm going to give the victory here to Rhea and Io. I think that's a strong team, and I think that's a strong dynamic, and I think they're ultimately going to get revenge for all of the chaos that Kairi and Asuka has put on them lately. I also think Kairi has been very conflicted lately. She is been doing all of this bad stuff, but isn't really sure about doing it. And so I feel like that's going to play into this match a lot, and maybe Kairi's going to like miss a step or hesitate doing something, and that's going to ultimately secure Io and Rhea the victory. We also have John Cena versus AJ Styles, which out of all of the matches on the match card, I'm extremely excited for this one. I love both John and AJ. I think that they're both great wrestlers and great competitors. And I think this match is going to be magic, honestly. I think that they're going to do so well. I love that the fan, like John Cena, pretty much put out there, like, what would you guys think? And the fans went crazy about this idea, and they actually did it. I feel like that they, really kind of took a page out of the WrestlePalooza handbook because it wasn't so great and said, okay, the fans want this, let's do it. So I'm glad that they did that, and I think this match is going to be great. I am giving the win to John Cena. He just lost at WrestlePalooza. I don't think he's going to win back or lose back to back. I think he takes this victory against AJ. But like I said, this match is the one that I'm most excited for. I think it is going to be great. And I think there's going to be a lot of just good quality. Like, we don't need the talking, the promos, or anything for this match. Like, it's just going to be a good quality match. And what I will say before we get to the Crown Jewel Championship matches, this is the second PLE on ESPN. This is the first one after the WrestlePalooza letdown, and so they kind of need to make a mark here. I feel like if they have two PLEs that are mid, it's not going to look good. And ESPN pretty much already called them out with their score on WrestlePalooza, saying that it was a C and it was very underwhelming. So I feel like that they really have to make great quality matches here. They have to make great storylines, and really kind of redeem themselves after that WrestlePalooza fiasco. So hopefully they can do that. Hopefully this PLE can be the start of better storytelling, better matches, better and less put together stuff. So I think listening to the fans on that John AJ match really kind of helped that out a lot because it was like we picked this match. And I'm super excited for it. Then we have the Crown Jewel Championship matches. Of course, we have our champions Cody and Seth, and we have Stephanie and Tiffany. They are competing champ versus champ for the Crown Jewel Championship. And we're going to talk first about Stephanie and Tiffy. Honestly, I didn't know if Tiffy would walk into this PLE being a champion after they decided to do the Tiffy Jade Nia match. Kind of another repeat of the Tiffy Jade. I felt like maybe they would put the title on Jade and we would get Stephanie and Jade here. But Tiffany remained tall during that match. She won, and so now we're getting Tiffany and Stephanie. I think this is going to be a great match. Both of these girls are excellent wrestlers. They have, their signature moves. Tiffy's is the moonsault. Stephanie's is the devil's kiss. So I definitely think that there's going to be a lot of good back and forth match quality here. I would be very surprised if Stephanie lost this. Stephanie is my pick to win this. This is really her truly first time competing with this belt on her arm, and so I don't think that they give her the loss here because she's the face of the company. Let's be honest. Bianca's hurt. And Liv's hurt, and so they've really pushed the Stephanie agenda recently, and it's well deserved. Stephanie is a hell of an athlete, hell of a wrestler. I truly enjoy watching everything she does. But they have really pushed her, and so I feel like if you give her this title and then she loses, it doesn't make sense for that push. She is the face of the company right now. She is who you are behind and who you are backing. And so I feel like she definitely has to win this. Plus, is it really going to affect Tiffany a lot to lose? Like, I feel like if Tiffany loses here, it's not going to affect her. She's still been champ for 795,000 days. Like, it's not going to affect her. So Stephanie needs to pull out the victory here. And solidify herself as a true champion, which we all know she is. And then we have Cody and Seth. This one has an interesting dynamic. Seth has been really stressing over Cody lately. Like, he has been in his head consistently living rent free. Cody, on the other hand, isn't too stressed or worried, which could be a problem because if you sleep on Seth Rollins and the Vision, you could get some consequences for that. So I personally have said from the beginning that I think Seth Rollins should win here. Cody won last year against Gunther, and so I think he already has that notch on his belt. And so I have said from the beginning that Seth Rollins should win here. However, seeing the dynamic of the Vision lately and what is riding on this victory for Seth makes me intrigued if he loses. I feel like Seth really has a lot at stake because if he wins, then he can reclaim his, top of the throne on the Vision. But if he loses, Paul, Braun, and Bronson is going to lose a lot of faith in this man, and I feel like he's going to be on the outs. So, for the drama factor, I kind of want Cody to win here. But I also have a storyline with Cody because we talked about how lackluster his match was at WrestlePalooza. He had an okay match. He won, he stood tall, but no drama happened. What they wanted to happen was for Randy to interfere. And we have seen Mr. Orton eyeing that title recently. So I feel like Randy could interfere and cost Cody this. And that would set up a Randy Cody title match. And there wouldn't be strong implications here because if we put Randy in the picture and he cost Cody his title, then where does Randy fit in with getting a title shot? Here, they're just competing for the Crown Jewel title. So, therefore, Cody's still going to have his belt at the end of the day. Seth's still going to have his belt at the end of the day. It's just that Crown Jewel Championship that they're losing. So, I feel like if they're going to pull the trigger on the Cody Randy storyline, this is probably the match to do it. Because if Cody loses, he doesn't lose his title. And so we can continue on with Randy then challenging Cody for that title at Survivor Series. So I feel like this would be the best time to play those cards. I feel like this would be the best time for the Viper to come in and cause some chaos. So for that specific reason, I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. But I think either person losing here has some pretty strong implications for their storyline, and we could really see a lot of drama happening with their specific storyline and their specific characters. But I feel like Seth and the Vision are going to be on top a little bit longer. I do ultimately think Seth's going to get kicked out of the Vision. I don't think that he is a Paul Heyman guy. I think that he is a Seth Rollins guy. Like, he wants to be the head. He doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to have a wise man, oracle, etc., etc. He wants to be the head. He wants to know everything, to do everything, to see everything, to make all the decisions. So he is not a Paul Heyman guy to me. But I do think that Seth's going to pull out this victory here because I think that they are going to give Randy that storyline. And I ultimately think that eventually the Vision will fall apart, but I don't think that that's going to happen at this current moment. I think it's going to happen closer to Survivor Series. So I'm giving the win to Seth Rollins still here, although this match really holds a lot of cards and I'm interested to see what happens. But let me know your picks for Crown Jewel. I filmed this and posted it obviously before Friday Night SmackDown. So do you think any matches get added to Crown Jewel on Friday night? Let me know. As always, subscribe, like, follow me on all socials, and I'll see you guys next time.